Hey everybody, welcome. It is Timmy here with Couture. Happy, what is it? Wednesday. It's hump day. Is it hump day? Oh my goodness, why am I losing my mind about what day it is? The week is flying by, it seems, and I can't keep track of what's going on. But whatever day it is, oh, it is Wednesday. I'm right, it is hump day. Welcome to you all. Thanks for joining me tonight. And if you're just coming in, be sure to say hi. I love it when you let me know you're here, so drop in a comment. If you think you know someone who might like to watch what we're doing here tonight, feel free to go ahead and share this live with them. I would love that. And be sure to subscribe so that when I go live, you will get notified as soon as I do. So I hope you all have had a good start to your week. I am a little discombobulated, it seems, in terms of what day it is, and part of that is because my husband is away traveling, and tomorrow I leave for a quick 2-day trip to Atlanta for my 9 to 5, and I really wanted to get some chalking in. I was really feeling like I wanted to make sure I had some time to get some relaxation time in before the hecticness of the travel hit me. So I am really glad to be here with you tonight. I also am really glad to be able to try out a few new transfers that came out in our fall-winter catalog. There have been so many, it's been hard to choose which one I want to do next. So for those of you that helped me vote and decide earlier today, I appreciate it so much. And I have to confess, I already did one of them, so you'll see it in a future video, I'm sure, because the most votes were for this one, which is In a World Where You Can Be Anything, Be Kind. And I really love that one, and of course you know how much I love my Aiden chalkboard. So we're going to use our gorgeous Aiden chalkboard for this beautiful design. And it's going to be one of the things that's going on my gallery wall. I always wanted to have a black and white gallery wall. And we're going to make things really simple and back to basics with these two projects that are going to go by really, really fast. The second transfer, as you can see hanging out on the corner here, is called We Rise, and I really like this. We rise by lifting others, and I really feel like that really hits me in my heart, and I hope it hits you in your heart as well. I want to be sure that I am being the example that I want to be for my family and for my team, and so reminding me by having this at my desk will be a great thing, just to remind myself that it's all about really lifting others up and just ultimately to be kind. So two great inspirational sayings I think that are going to look awesome on my wall. So if you're looking for any of these products, of course you can grab them on my website. I just put it down here at the bottom so you'll see it, and you can go there anytime and place an order. And all of these designs, these two designs that I'm going to be doing, are available currently, so you can grab them. And as are the surfaces that I'm putting them on. So Couture provides really beautiful high-end DIY home decor products so that you can create some of this gorgeousness yourself right in the comfort of your own home. If you're local to me and I'm located in Connecticut and you'd like to come to one of the classes that I offer, I do hold them a couple of times a month, and it's a fun way to get together with some other women who share like interests and create together. So feel free to message me if you want some information about that. I usually do post them all in my Facebook page, but the best place to get information about all of the happenings that are going on that are special to my team. Oops, I didn't mean to get rid of my, let's try that again. That are special to my special customers is joining my private group, which is called the Style Innovators Group. And in that group, it's a lot of inspiration and supporting of one another, sharing of great ideas, and it's just a great place to be able to feel the love, the chalk love, and just love in general. So feel free to join my Style Innovators group. You'll see that website address right there, so you can do that. I'm going to move this off of the page and see if we can get back to our to view. Here we go. There we go. Getting all fancy here with all of my craziness. All right, Lisa, so nice to have you. I know, right? This one is so beautiful. And of course, I listened to the news for about 2 minutes today, and that's all I needed to, because as soon as I turned it on, I heard of another shooting that was happening, and I didn't want to watch anymore. I just pray for those families of those officers that were injured. I hope that everyone is safe and they're able to take care of what's going on out there outside of Philadelphia. So on to happier topics, though. This is our Be Kind. So I'm just going to write Be Kind here on the back of the transfer sheet. And the reason I do that is so that I know that this is the back side, because one of the great things about our transfers, if you're just watching me for the first time, you may not know, is that these are silk screen transfers, and they are reusable. So that means that you can use them once and wash them up with some water, and then put them right back down on this transfer sheet for safekeeping, and use it over and over again. About 8 to 10 times is what you can expect to use our transfers. So you can use them on all sorts of surfaces. Tonight we're using it on our Aiden chalkboard surface, and as I mentioned, this is one of my favorite surfaces. As a matter of fact, it's a really popular one. It actually comes in our designer kit. If you're ever interested in learning about becoming a Couture designer and doing what it is I do, which is sharing a little bit of the chalk love, have classes, maybe create things to sell, or maybe even just creating things for your own home to give as gifts. We have a wonderful business in a box program, and as your mentor, I would be more than happy to make sure that you had all of the support you needed to be able to build a business that you would be really excited about. So this frame, as I mentioned, is one of the ones that comes in our starter kit, which is just a $99 kit. Has over $240 worth of product in it. So this chalkboard is just one of the things. There's a couple of surfaces. There's, I think, 8 transfers and 5 different chalk paste colors, and a bunch of business supplies as well. So everything you need to get started. If you're interested in that and you want to let me know, you can type in team or kit, whatever you want, and I'll be happy to get back to you and share with you a little bit about what all is included with being a designer. But we are now ready to go ahead and chalk this, and watch just how simply easy this is. We're going really back to basics, as I said. Everything black and white. So we've got a beautiful black chalkboard surface, and I'm just taking my squeegee and I'm spreading my chalk paste right over the surface of that screen. And this is chalk paste, it's not paint, so it is going to dry fairly quickly, so you don't want to dilly-dally too long. You want to spread that chalk paste over, and best of all, you don't need a lot. So pretty much this is all it's going to take. We just need to cover the words, the area of the screen that's getting the paste, and the best part comes right now, where I get to peel back the transfer and reveal the design. And you'll be amazed, as I am every time I pull up the transfer, about just how gorgeous it is. Even with nails, I still can't grab this. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then simply pull straight down and reveal this gorgeous, gorgeous sign. Look at that. Perfect every time. So I have a little water bath here next to me, so I'm just gonna place that transfer right in that water bath. It can sit there for a minute until we do our next project. And this is paste, as you know, it's going on wet and it's gonna dry hard. So we're gonna give this a minute to dry. I'm gonna put it aside and we're gonna do our next transfer. And then I'll show you just how hard it gets. It won't rub off on my hands, but if I decide that I want to erase that chalkboard, it does come off with water and you can reuse that surface over and over again. So that Aiden chalkboard came in my kit a year and a half ago, a little bit more now, and I've used it a million times. I just love it. I know, you know, and I did pull out my glitter today, Amy. I did a little Christmas sign. I'm building up some products that we're going to be selling at an upcoming fair, and brought out my glitter today. So absolutely, you can add some glitter. Once you pull up the transfer and while your chalk paste is still wet, just sprinkle on glitter where you want it to go. Let it set, let the rest of the transfer, the rest of the paste dry, and then just tilt it off and clean it up. So super easy. It would look really pretty with some glitter, I think. What color glitter would you use, Amy? So while we're thinking about that, I have our second transfer, which is We Rise by Lifting Others, and it's called We Rise. This is one of our what we call A-size transfers. It's just $9.99, and as I said, like all our other transfers, they are reusable. And I am going to put it on our board and pillar stand. Now this is one of my favorite surfaces that came out last spring, and it's really beautiful. The kind of rusticness of the wooden base is really pretty. The kind of vintage style, which is right up my alley. We're gonna actually add a little ribbon at the base once we're done. It sits in this base either horizontally or vertically. So you can see right on the back there are holes, and those holes line up with the back of this, and there's a little peg that goes into. So I'm gonna put that this way so I know that this is the bottom. That's where I want that to be. And we are going to chalk this one also in white. Super, super fast, right? Yes, Amy, definitely. If you use the glitter on top of the chalk paste, it will clean off just like the chalk paste does. The glitter will come along right with it. And teal glitter, yeah, that would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? And you know, it's funny, this design in the catalog is using our Couture teal chalk paste, but I am going very trendy and doing a black and white gallery wall, and I'm going to make this all white as well. So this is a really big screen surface, so there's a lot of open area, so we're gonna have a lot of white on this, but I think it's gonna look really pretty. Now notice, you know, of course we've got this adhesive back, and you know what, this one's a little stickier, so I'm going to give it one more, because I don't want to run the risk of having it stick to the board and pull up, when I pull up the transfer, risk stretching it, because we want to make sure that we can be able to use this transfer over and over again. Just using my fingers here to make sure there's no air bubbles. If there's some air bubbles there, then we're going to get a little pocket of paste, and we don't want a pocket of paste. We want it to be nice and smooth. And again, this is just so fast and so relaxing. One of the big things that I find that people do when they're first using our chalk paste is kind of not really sure about how much chalk paste to use, and kind of to really let themselves relax using the squeegee to put on the chalk paste. So my recommendation is to start with more chalk paste on your squeegee and get it spread all over the surface of the screen where you want it to go, and then come back over it and pull that squeegee just like a squeegee, a shower squeegee that you'd use to clean your walls or your glass doors. Just pull off all the excess. And see, we can see this design right through, so the chalk paste is no longer thick, And I want to make sure there aren't any lines or any extra spots, and there aren't. We're done with that little guy. And now we're just simply going to take this and try not to pull from a corner, but really straight on. And that will make sure too that you get a nice clean lift and you don't stretch that transfer. And there you go. That is it. Wasn't that so fast and so simple? So super easy. I'm going to lay down this other transfer here in my water bath, and we'll do a little bit of cleanup, and then I'm just going to show you quickly how to wash up your transfers and protect them so that they're ready to reuse again. And we'll come back and take a look at how all this came out. But so this isn't quite dry yet. It's going to take a little time to dry, but you can kind of get a sense of what it's going to look like on that cute base. And I think a cute little polka dotted ribbon will be really cute there at the back. So we're going to put this aside too, just so that I don't, by mistake, splash it with water. And let's give you a quick little tutorial about getting your transfers back on the backer sheets and washed and put away so that they're ready to use again. It's really simple, but it's always great to kind of go through those little tips and tricks in case you haven't yet had a chance to experience or play with any of this. I've got my towel right here, so that's a good drying area. Only thing I need is some water, which I have here in a dish. You can do this at your sink or in the bathtub if you want. The other thing I have here is a piece of paper towel, and that is going to be really handy. And then the last thing I have, that if you definitely are using some of our transfers or some of our surfaces, I would highly recommend grabbing a 2-pack of these board erasers. They're sold in a 2-pack, $2.99. You can get them on my site, but they're great for cleaning up tools. They're great for cleaning up chalk paste off of your transfers, and they're awesome for also using it as a way to clean off your board. And when you use them on our chalkboard surfaces, they even make sure that there isn't any ghosting left over that sometimes you get with chalkboards. So when you put them in the water, you do want to put them sticky side down, and that's just to make sure that it doesn't stick on itself while it's waiting for you to clean it. And I'm just rubbing the transfer, here's the other one, with the board eraser, and that is just wiping off that paste. So you can see my water's getting a little white here, but you can see it is just about clean. So there you go. And now once it's clean, I'm just going to take it and lay it on my fuzzing cloth sticky side up. And we'll just give this one more wipe here on this bigger one and make sure we got it all. Kind of hard to see now, of course, in my water bath that's turned white, but that's all right. And if you find that when you take it out, there's some staining from the chalk paste on the front of your transfer, don't worry, it doesn't affect the performance of your transfer at all. Now, if you decide that you want to, I'll put this away. Hopefully the dog won't come over and decide that she wants to drink that pasty water. If you decide that you're ready to reuse your transfer right away and you're impatient or you just want to get it cleaned up and done, that's what this piece of paper towel is for. So if you take a dry paper towel and you quickly swipe the water off the back side of the transfer, the sticky side, then that will prepare it for use. So they are actually now ready. We could reuse them right now without doing a thing, or we can simply go ahead and put them onto their backer sheets. So this little guy, he's pretty easy, not too difficult to line up. I didn't mark the back side of this, but I do know this is the right side for it to go on, and that is because there's a sticky side, there's a glossy side, excuse me, and then there's a paper side. The paper side is what you want to write on. It's not what you want to stick your transfer to. And then I do like to keep my little cellophane wrappers here because it makes it easy for me to store, so I can just put this right back in, and I'll be able to hang it and grab it again when I'm ready to reuse it. So there's a lot of great ideas for storing your transfers. We have a really cute transfer tote that you could use. We also have a brand new we have a tote for all of our chalk paste. So if you find you're getting quite a few and you're looking for a better way to store them, the transfer tote is a great idea. Now this one, a little bit bigger. So the little trick I have with lining up the backer sheet on a larger transfer is to, instead of trying to put the transfer sheet on the backer sheet, which I never can get to line up, I actually put the backer sheet on top of the transfer, and that tends to make it a little bit easier. So I had a little stain up here. I can just wipe it away. But if you are using one of our darker colors, maybe black or red, you might see that there's some staining on the front of your transfer from the pigment from that paste, but it is not going to affect the performance whatsoever of your paste. So that's it. So same thing, I'm just gonna open this back up and use this to store it. And if I put it right side up, I'm gonna hang it, it won't be upside down. And now I look like they're brand new and I haven't even used them, but I know that I have plenty more use out of them, so I can create lots of different designs on a whole slew of different surfaces. So we only use chalkboard today, but we have some beautiful burlap boards now. We have some white boards, white chalkboard surfaces, which are really awesome. They're called our Odette surfaces. I'm sorry, I got a little schmegma on there. And that's it. Those are done. They are ready to be used and put away. And cleanup was that simple, right? Super fast. We are done. Let me show you here quick this project here that we did with the Be Kind. Remember I said it would dry in a few minutes. It is dry, totally dry, and it's not rubbing off on my hands. And this will stay on until I decide I want to take it off. And all I need is that board eraser and a little bit of water, and that will take care of it. And we'd be able to reuse this surface over and over. So if you like to decorate seasonally, this is a great option. Buying a board that you really like, that has a really nice frame that goes well with your decor, and you can simply just erase the surface and add a new seasonal transfer whenever you want. So super great gift ideas too. If you have folks that are headed off to college, getting a new home, need a housewarming gift, a birthday or anniversary, or even a wedding, these are great gift ideas. So that is the first one. And we have our last little guy here. And I'm not sure, this one might have taken a little bit longer to dry because it's got a bigger screen area, but it seems like it's pretty close. I'm not seeing that it's smudging, that's always good. And so while we're just checking that out, I am going to see how big of a piece that I want to put on here. Oh, not that big, probably that would be plenty. Got these new transfer trimmers. I'm going to check out how they do with fabric. Ah, nice, very nice. Sometimes scissors aren't awesome when you use them with fabric, but that was great. I'm going to put this a little bit on an angle here like I did the other side, and just wrap this around the base. I'm not even going to put a little bow, I think just a little. It might be cute to add a little embellishment or something there too. This is not wired ribbon, so I'll have to kind of play around with it here a little to get it to sit flat, but there we go. And whoops, sit it right into its base, and there we go. It is done. So that's it. We are done with our projects for tonight. I hope you enjoyed them. If you're interested in picking up either of those, like I said, you can hop on over to my website that's there at the bottom and order directly from there. If you have questions, need some ideas for upcoming gifts that you're putting together, or have a question about how something will look in your house and where it should go and the size and what things go together, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Be happy to answer any questions that you have. And I thank you so much for joining me tonight. I can't wait to share all of the great projects that we'll be putting together from our new fall and winter catalog. So till then, I'll see you next time. Thanks everybody. Bye.